Hi, welcome to this STAIR Tailored. My name is Sarah Powell and I'm from the University of Texas at Austin. Today we're going to think about solving two-step equations, and the equations we're going to solve right now have a subtraction operator symbol in them. So these have a minus sign. So we're going to solve equations like 2x minus 5 equals 1, and we're going to use a cool tool called the Algeblocks. Now when we solve these equations, we're going to focus on two algebraic concepts. We're going to use the concept of zero pairs. So if I have a positive and a negative, those equal 0. They create a zero pair. We're going to use those today. And then if I do anything to one side of the equal sign, guess what? We have to do it to the other side of the equal sign. So we're really going to talk about this equal sign here as meaning a balance between two sides of the equation. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to solve the problem 2x minus 5 equals 1. So let's go ahead and get this set up. Now in our Algeblocks, or with our Algeblocks, when we have these yellow rods, each of these represents a variable. So each of these today will represent x. And then we have these green cubes, and each of these cubes represents our constant. So each of those cubes will represent the quantity of 1. I'm going to scoot those to the side so they're there if I need to use them, and I'm going to focus on using my sentences mat. Notice that that sentences mat has an equal sign in the middle and a balance to indicate whatever we do to one side of the equation, we do to the other side. And I'm going to use this sentences mat anytime I'm solving for x. So here I'm going to get this set up. So I have 2x minus 5. So that would be down here in the negative part of my mat equals 1. Now I want to isolate the variable. That means I'm going to leave the variable where it is, and I want to move this constant. Now I do this by the use of zero pairs. So I'm going to create 5 zero pairs on this side of the equal sign, because then that would make this part equal 0. But remember, whatever you do to one side of the equal sign, you also have to do to the other. So if I brought in 5 positives here, I also have to bring in 5 positives here. Now when I'm solving this equation, I'll do this quickly here, get that set up. I'm going to draw a line down from my equal sign. Look what I'm doing. I'm going to add 5 to both sides. And notice how my concrete visual matches my abstract notation. So now let's see, I can create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zero pairs. I remove them from my mat. I don't have to create any zero pairs over here. So now I have 2x, that's 0, equals 6. And look, that's what we have set up right here. Now I want to figure out the value of each of these x's. So I'm going to divide these into 2 groups. So I've divided each x into a group, and then I'm going to take my constant and divide into 2 equal groups. And I'm just kind of moving them to the sides here. So each x equals 3. And notice how my concrete manipulatives can be used to help me understand the value of x. So that was solving 2x minus 5 equals 1, x equals 3. Let's do the next problem. So I start with 4 equals 3x, so I'll get 3 x's out this time, minus 8. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm going to isolate this variable. To do that, I'm going to create 8 zero pairs here. So that means I'm going to bring in 8 positive cubes to that side of the equal sign. But remember, anytime we do something to that side of the equal sign, we also have to do it to this side of the equal sign. Okay? Now I create my zero pairs and I move them off the mat. I can match them up just like that. There's a zero pair, another zero pair, and another zero pair. So now I have 3x equals 12. And now I want to divide this into 3 equal groups to understand the value of a single x. So I'll take my 12 and divide into 3 groups, sharing equally. There we go. 1, 2, 3. So each x in this example equals 4. And if I plug that into my equation, 3 times 4 is 12, minus 8 is the same as 4. So we did an awesome job using our Algeblocks to solve that equation. I hope that you tune into some of our other STAIR tailored videos to see how we can use these Algeblocks to show different algebra concepts and procedures. Thank you so much for tuning in.